happy that I'm alive and I'm able to celebrate today with my family, although I already celebrated in US, but I believe I have to come back to my roots because my family is very important to me. That's why I said when I come home, I will celebrate with my family and friends.
How do you celebrate in US?
I celebrated, I started by worshiping at a Catholic church because my husband is a Catholic and I'm a devoted Catholic myself. And before that, in June, I went to Jerusalem because that was my utmost stuff that I said I wanted to do in life. I was able to go to Jerusalem to celebrate and thank God. And then I celebrated by going to Catholic church. And after that, I celebrated with my friends and family. And my all our old students were well represented, both from US, Nigeria, and Canada. And also my Nigerian Nursing Association, that I'm one of the board members in North America. They were all represented. And also my Devolari Association, because we have a Devolari Association in Chicago, and we're trying to make sure we are all family. And I really appreciate when everybody comes around and friends and family. And I want to thank my husband because he is not somebody that is really, really out there, but he allowed me to do whatever I want to do. I want to really thank you because if I said I want to do something, you just ask you, do you have the energy and the capacity to do it, and he blessed you with it, and that is it.
So what are you celebrating?
I'm the Otun Iyalode of Olarewaju, Gbebani Olarewaju Akile Ijebu, and I'm the Otun Iyalode. I'm hosting the Egbe. Today's our meeting. I'm hosting them for the meeting, and I'm hosting them to celebrate my 60th birthday with me.
Let's talk about your nursing career. I can see that you've gotten to the peak of, why did you decide to get to that you can see that you've done so many courses, several courses and all that. Why are you so devoted to nursing?
Actually, I wasn't meant to be a nurse. I'll tell you that. I have my first degree in accounting. But when I saw the passion, nursing wasn't fruitful in Nigeria. Because if I'm in Nigeria, I would never do a nurse.
Why?
Because they are not being treated well and it's considered like a dropout courses. But by me going to US, I work in a company and they were like, oh, they have a shortage of nursing, who wants to do it? I went to my husband, I said, he said, nursing is open. He said, you want to do nursing? I said, yes. From accounting to nursing. I said, well, it's all good. And the way I see the passion that they give to people over there as a nurse is on the same pedestal with a doctor, as long as you know what you are doing. And then that's why I changed to be a nurse, because the passion was there, caring was there. And number two, it's very flexible if you want to raise your kids, because you can work any shift. You don't have to do 9 to 5 job. That's why I went to nursing. And I believe in one thing, what is well doing is well doing well. I start with the lowest of the nursing because I don't know it. From there, I did my bachelor's. I said, oh, bachelor's is not enough. I want to do my master's. I did my master's. And I'm supposed to do my my doctorate. And I look at it because I believe in one thing. If I cannot use it, I will not be able to do it. Thank you. If I cannot use it, there's nothing, because if you go do a doctor, you have to start teaching. But I took my passion in improving the primary healthcare system, and that is my major area, because I'm the chair of our medical mission in North America, US and North American Nigerian nurses. And we want to bring whatever that we're taught to bring it back home. With that, we're able to innovate 4 primary health centers from the scratch. We pick Ogun State, which I pick is Kalako Health Center. and then we pick Edo, we pick Abia, and Imo State. Those are four pilot programs, and they are working very well, especially Italaku. And I want to thank the community for accepting us to come and help them to renovate it. It's well being used over, I'll say, one on almost 500% of the way it was being used before we renovated it. And that is what we want to bring back, because the government cannot do it alone. We all need to make sure that we build our community.
Nigerian women who are not safe in the US or abroad. How do you encourage them? How do you encourage the younger people?
Well, what we do is we start by being the good example, because what I believe in Nigerian nursing here is if they are young, while they are so young, that's why people does not have respect for the nurses. Even if it's a day nurse, you have to embrace them as a colleague. By being a colleague, that makes them be on the same level. And we have to reach out to them and be teaching them as they go along. There's no dumb questions. They can ask any question at any time, any day, all the time, because we really want them to make sure that whatever they are going to do, and we encourage other nurses, because we did not limit it just to Yoruba. We make it, because on our board I'm the only Yoruba there, the rest are Igbos. But on our board we make sure this is Nigeria, because you don't know where any of your family can go, and want them to have the best of nursing healthcare. Doctors are doing their own, but the nurses have to be proficient and they have to be able to stand on their right. And I thank that organization very well, because we have a memorandum of understanding with the federal government, and now they're inviting us back to help them build nursing in Nigeria, which is very positive. But getting all Nigerian, not all our Nigerian nurses joined us yet. But our hope is for them to join us, because what people are looking at is they want to think it's a social club. It is not a social club. It's a service club. You have to be able to give without looking back to receive. That is one thing that our people have not learned to do. And they need to learn to do that at all times. Because when you give back, you receive more. That is, if anybody that knows any Nigerian nurses in the North America that have not joined this organization, we empower them to join. Right now, we are in about 22 states. America has 51 states. We're in 22 states, and then we started just 10 years ago. And the sky is our limit.
What's the name?
The name of the organization is National Association of Nigerian Nurses in North America.
Let's talk about it. Tell us a bit about it and why you're so excited about being a member.
I've been in another group. Why I joined this one is because of their services promised to the community. Because all of us are not equal, and they try to support each other. Find a community program that they want to do in the community that will benefit others. Because if we don't do that, we are failing our community. And if we don't promote our culture, we are not going to thrive, and that culture will die. The regberegbes, I know I always say that. What we need to do is, although we do Ojujoba, we shouldn't leave Ijebu the way it is. When we come to Ojujoba, they should see an impact on this year regberegbe. This is what they did. And I hope the people that are leading us in regberegbe, if they can listen, they need to pick one project. If all regberegbe is doing one project at a time, although individuals are going to do the small ones, but if the regberegbe council can pick one big project that 2022, the money or whatever we realize, this is what we did. it will promote the organization to move forward. Foundation. To give back to the community, especially in this Ayegun area, to see what we can do to bring this area back. Because when we are growing, it's a joy for us to come back home. Not that I can't stay in an hotel or I can't stay in a friend's house or build a house, but I make sure my brothers, and I want to thank the two of them that are still alive, for maintaining this home, because ibi ni orísun gbogbo wa. And I'm so glad all my sisters that are all over the world, we are all home with their children, so that this Orisun will not die. My father was the only child of his parents, and we want to make sure we continue the legacy that he left for us. Because kò sí ọmọ bàbá mi kan tó yẹ pé ọdún màdé ò bá jẹ́ Christian ò bá jẹ́ abóríṣà, you must come to ilé ọdún. I want to continue that tradition.